So all things considered, there'd really be no reason I wouldn't recommend this to you guys. Not just as a Pinot Grigio, not just as a white, but as a wine to just start with across the board. First bottle of wine eligible. Mezzacorona, for sure, Pinot Grigio. Hey there, welcome to It's Just Grapes, the wine show where we take average run-of-the-mill wines you can get pretty much anywhere across the country in almost any store across the country, and then we have a untrained, unknowledgeable idiot drink them, let you know his thoughts, let you know what it tastes like, give you a little bit of experience and education along the way, and then we just go from there and see what happens. I'm your host, Kyle. Today we have another white wine here, Pinot Grigio, Mezzacorona from Italy, 2018 vintage from the Trentino region, I assume. Yeah, as you see, I've already been drinking this a little bit. It's quite a good little Pinot Grigio. Again, from Italy, really nice looking bottle, jumps out on the shelf. I picked this up at Friar Tuck, which is basically just like a big box liquor store essentially. It was like $10, $9.99. You can get this at a lot of places. I've had this many times in the past. Has a nice fancy little 91 points. I think that's good. Saying that it's, I don't know, some trained professional likes this wine. So that means we should like it, right? Key reasons I recommend a Pinot Grigio to someone who's just getting into wine. Again, it's sweet, but it's not like a Moscato sweet. If you've had Moscato, it's a very sweet, it's almost like liquid sugar. It's really good for weddings, it's good for parties, but Pinot Grigio is kind of that next step to dry. It's not dry by any stretch of the imagination, but it's sweet enough to where it's not off-putting, very drinkable. You can have this with a meal, you can have this by itself, you can have it outside, you could have it inside. It's a very versatile wine. So all things considered, there'd really be no reason I wouldn't recommend this to you guys. Not just as a Pinot Grigio, not just as a white, but as a wine to just start with across the board. First bottle of wine eligible. Mezzacorona, for sure, Pinot Grigio. It's got all the right words. Estate bottled, established 1904, Trentino, I'm assuming that's the region, sustainably farmed, hand-picked, some Italian verbiage, again that 91 point sticker. It's got a little bee on here and it says it's eco-sustainable, so it probably like saves bees or the rainforest. Good stuff. Again, this is imported from Italy, so it seems fancier. It's got a QR code and a bunch of writing on the back I'm not going to go over. 12.5% by alcohol by volume. Again, great wine. Mezzacorona Pinot Grigio, recommended from It's Just Grapes for anyone. Beginners, intermediates, advanced drinkers, you're going to enjoy this. And we need to talk about the, what do we have? Sauvignon Blanc from the Nobilo from our last episode. You'll notice there's actually, believe it or not, like a third of the bottle left. That's simply because I got sick. You could probably hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm kind of getting over a cold. It was still great. I had this multiple days after shooting the last episode. Terrific wine. Don't be put off that I didn't finish it. I'm probably still going to drink it. But again, still highly recommended. Click the link above if you want to learn about this as well. Another great white, but if you're starting out, I would still pick a Pinot Grigio over a Sauvignon Blanc, even a Chardonnay. Pinot Grigio is the way to go. Unless you like really sweet wine, then go to Moscatos. And you probably noticed it already. I've added a wall of fame to our It's Just Grapes wall. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to load this up with kind of my favorites, and then it's going to get a little hard once it's full, because then we're going to have to actually choose what comes down and what stays up. So stay tuned for that. As of right now, we just have our 2018 Bajolius Villages, and there's a potential this goes up here, but you'll have to tune in next week to find out. So again, if you like what you've seen today on It's Just Grapes, please give us a thumbs up. If you hated what you saw, give me a thumbs down as well. But also, subscribe. It helps me out. It helps the show out as a whole. And then comment if you've had Mezzacorona as well, or you want to learn more about Pinot Grigios in general. So, we will let you go for this edition of It's Just Grapes. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.